Good morning, my Real News Midday TV family. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning, and I'm wishing for everyone a wonderful and a productive day. And in the news this morning, police shut down illegal slaughterhouse in Central Village. The St. Catherine North Police on Friday shut down what is believed to be a major illegal slaughterhouse in Big Lane, Central Village. Acting Assistant Commissioner Christopher Phillips, head of the Area 5 Police, said that the illegal slaughterhouse was discovered near a dump site. The carcasses of several goats were seized on the scene during the police operation. Several people were taken into custody.
A cross-border anti-predator operation with the team here, where they basically uncovered a illegal slaughterhouse being operated in what I can only describe as a dump. Over 40 carcasses, 8 persons taken into custody, including a female. Now, this is absolutely terrible. The sight of it is unbearable. It's just unimaginable what we have uncovered here. And so we have kickstarted a very aggressive type of investigation. We have called in all the other agencies of public health and all the other supporting agencies to provide further assistance with this investigation. One thing that is interesting is that these men are from all parts of Jamaica. We have persons here from St. Andrews South Division, St. Thomas, and in other parts of Kingston and within St. Catherine. It is just registering very forcefully, what I've been saying over a period of time, that St. Catherine has become the epicenter for criminality in Jamaica, and it is something that we're going to be treating in a very decisive way, and we're going to kickstart, as I said, a very aggressive investigation into this one.
Changes coming for Jamaicans seeking temporary work in the U.S. A major clampdown on unregistered foreign job recruiters is on the horizon after the U.S. Embassy announced the implementation of a rigid new system to take effect in less than 2 weeks. The Jamaican Temporary Worker Security Program will come into effect on January 1. The U.S. Embassy Kingston's consular section says the stricter system will include important changes for applicants seeking the H-2B or temporary non-agricultural workers, J-1 or exchange visitors, and the Q-1 or international cultural exchange visitors visas to the United States. The U.S. Embassy says all H-2B, J-1 and Q-1 applicants must include complete information about their recruiting agency in their electronic DS-160 applications. Any application that does not provide the required information will be suspended until the applicant provides this information. But the embassy says by its sole discretion, exceptions can be made for those workers with sufficient recent temporary work travel to show they do not need an agent, or for those being petitioned directly by their U.S. employer without using a recruiting agent. The U.S. authorities say the crackdown comes amid a noted history of rogue labor agencies charging illegal fees to their applicants and placing Jamaican workers at work sites in the U.S. that are different from those listed on their applications. The embassy says this has resulted in possible labor trafficking and debt bondage and is contrary to the safety interest of Jamaican temporary workers and the U.S. Once an application with a complete recruiter information is received, the embassy will check the name recruiter against the current list of recruiters registered with Jamaica's Ministry of Labor and Social Security or the U.S. Department of Labor's list. Any application showing a recruiter not listed will be rejected, and the applicant will need to reapply with a listed recruiter. The embassy is reminding the public that acting as a recruiter for labor to work overseas without an active Labor Ministry registration is a violation of Jamaica's Employment Agencies Registration Act. Additionally, U.S. visa applicants are required to disclose on the electronic application form and or during an interview with a consular officer at the embassy the information for who assisted with completing the visa application. The U.S. government says it does not require foreigners to work through a third party to secure a job offer in the United States. Workers at Manchester Municipal Corporation protest over wages. Several workers employed to the Manchester Municipal Corporation are on strike. They are protesting the long overdue payment of wage increases. The workers are primarily employed as sweepers, janitors, and in other roles at the Mandeville market. Sagicor contractors charged in connection with a fraud scheme each granted $850,000 bail. The four Sagicor Group Jamaica Limited contractors accused of trying to defraud the company out of a total of $130 million using fraudulent documents were on Friday each offered $850,000 bail when they appeared in the Kingston and the St. Andrew Parish Court. Michael Fenton, Orlando Breckenridge, Seabert Watt, and Michael Dawes were offered a bail by Parish Judge Leighton Morris. Bail was granted on condition that they reported twice weekly to the nearest police station and surrender their travel documents. A stop order was also imposed at all ports. The men are all charged with a conspiracy to defraud, possession of criminal property, receiving stolen property, and engaging in a transaction involving criminal property. Fenton is also charged with possession and dealing in ganja. The accused were arrested on Monday during simultaneous operations carried out by the major organized crime and anti-corruption agency agents and other law enforcers staged across 4 locations in Kingston and St. Andrew in connection with an ongoing investigation into allegations of forgery and fraudulent payments involving contractors and employees of Sagicor. Director of Communications at MOCA, Major Basil Jarrett, said the scheme is alleged to have taken place between 2016 and 2019. He said it unraveled in April 2019 when interim payment certificates and accompanying invoices were allegedly submitted to Sagicor Property Services by Fenton, the owner of M. Fenton Construction Limited, for payment. Jarrett said during processing, it was discovered that the documents, including the signatures of authorized signing officers, had been forged. MOCA's investigation into the matter later revealed an organized scheme involving contractors and employees of Sagicor Group to defraud the company by submitting multiple IPCs and invoices for work purportedly completed at the properties owned or managed by Sagicor Property Services. Payments were subsequently made based on the fraudulent documents. The men are to return to court on March 21. Attorney-at-law Shamar Hanson is representing Fenton, while Attorney-at-law Pierre Rogers is representing Breckenridge. Attorney-at-law John Jacobs is appearing for Dawes, while lawyer Georgia Samuels is defending Watt. KSAMC probing building breach allegations at Lyndhurst Road commercial property. The Kingston and the St. Andrew Municipal Corporation is now probing allegations of breaches regarding a commercial development located on Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 10. The probe was ordered by Mayor of Kingston, Andrew Swaby. In a media release on Friday, Swaby said the Municipal Corporation is fully committed to ensuring that all developments comply with standard regulations and that oversight processes are rigorous, transparent, and effective. He added that the corporation is determined to restore public confidence in its ability to manage and enforce building standards within its jurisdiction. Steps have been taken to reduce wait time at Sangster International Airport. The Ministry of Tourism says assurances have been given that increased resources will be deployed to deal with the slow processing times at the Sangster International Airport. The increased passenger numbers during the winter tourist season have resulted in complaints from travelers about extended waiting times and longer than usual lines at the airport since Sunday. Senior strategist in the Ministry of Tourism, Delano Seavright, says discussions have been held with the Transport Minister Darrell Vaz, the Passport Immigration and Citizenship Agency, and the management of the airport. He says that the discussions were aimed at finding ways to reduce the processing time for travelers.
We have been assured that all efforts and resources are being strategically deployed, especially in the immigration area during the peak hours of 10:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m., where we have dozens of flights arriving at that airport. And the hope is that that will optimize the throughput of arriving passengers using the kiosks and immigration officers at their desks. Additional measures have also been put in place to prevent and mitigate the impact of any congestion, including getting the word out that we want persons to fill out the C5 form, that immigration form that we do online. We encourage persons to get it done before coming to Jamaica. That will help in allowing seamless movement within the airport. That even within a 1 hour span, we can have over a dozen flights arriving at the Donald Sangster International Airport. And that creates a challenge given the limitations in the immigration and customs areas. Of course, the medium long-term approach is already on stream. The immigration and customs halls are being expanded, and we expect that project to be completed before the end of next year. So we'll have double the size as it relates to immigration and customs and so on for arriving passengers, hopefully before the end of next year.
Guys, thanks for watching. Please join us this afternoon at 2 p.m. for another news update.